Here we go again. Another rumor surrounding Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. This one says that she will not be seeking a renewal or extension of her contract. This rumor comes from Scooper WDW Pro in a recent video that he uploaded to YouTube. He said, "From the source that I have regarding Lucasfilm and the situation over there, I am told that Kathleen Kennedy will not be seeking a renewal or extension of her contract, which ends in 2024. Now, I am told, although I cannot verify this independently, I am told that Kathleen Kennedy has negotiations still in place for the third week of August. That's this August. That's next month. And her contract, as it is constituted, will run out late next year." Later in the video, he detailed... So actually, hold on. Before we get to this, I just want to say, I'll believe Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm, getting fired, whatever, when it actually happens. We've been burned too many times on this. When it happens is when it happens. I just don't... I'm just like, that's just where I'm at right now. It happens when it happens. Otherwise, it's not happening. But later in the video, he detailed... According to the source that I have, they believe that Kathleen Kennedy's side, and by the way, folks, let me say this, Kathleen Kennedy is not going to be in these negotiations as far as we know. She's not going to ride in on a black steed to Burbank. This is going to be handled through attorneys, through representatives on both sides. Take all of the craziness out of this. This works the way that business always does, but I am told that one of the things that she wants is she wants EPs, and she wants executive producer credits on at least 2 theatrical releases going forward. And she wants actual creative consultation rights. She wants to be on set for 2 future theatrical releases, even after she potentially exits Lucasfilm. So, again, there's she's saying she's not going to renew her contract and she might leave, but then she's got all of these extras that she wants to negotiate as part of her exit contract, which to me sounds like she's still de facto there at Lucasfilm. If you're still being an executive producer and getting creative consultation rights when you're not actually involved anymore, you still are involved, right? So that's a little interesting thing there. Again, she's not gone until she's actually gone. WDW Pro goes on and says, "I don't know that Disney is going to give that," and that's where this gets, when we talk about negotiations, she's got until third quarter of next year. So we don't know how long these negotiations will go. This might be her opening salvo, but she wants to continue to be, on sets. She wants her name to be in the marquee. She wants to go to the premieres and the dining and all of that. She's going to try and stick around even if she's transitioned out of her role. Right. She's still not going to be gone, right? If she's still not the president of Lucasfilm, she still wants to be there. So she's still not gone, right? So again, Kathleen Kennedy will be gone when Kathleen Kennedy is actually gone. This is where I'm at right now. I mean, it has not changed. So this is kind of what was interesting about this scoop, is that it also talked about Jon Favreau and not just Kathleen Kennedy. WDW Pro shared that Jon Favreau was offered the role of creative director at Lucasfilm. So a little bit of a typo there. I should have just axed that part out. But anyways, which that is currently the title of Dave Filoni. He's the executive creative director at Lucasfilm. But this is what WDW Pro said. "I am told that the creative director position of Lucasfilm has been offered, and then it's been offered to Jon Favreau. It's a big deal. What I don't know is I don't think that he has agreed to it." Still later, WDW Pro claimed, "The other thing that I'm told is that Lucasfilm will not be led necessarily by Jon Favreau, even if he is the creative director of the studio, but rather I'm told that there will be a new head of the studio who may be on the same level as Jon Favreau, which would make this be a duality at the top." It sounds, if this rumor is to be believed, it sounds like it'll be similar to what DC Studios has set up with James Gunn and Peter Safran teaming up there. Nevertheless, WDW Pro goes on and says, "However, I'm not allowed to talk about who that might be. What I am allowed to say is that the person that they would like to get is outside the company, period, to be brought in." So they're looking at bringing in someone outside of the Walt Disney Company to team up with Jon Favreau. So I don't think Jon Favreau is the right person to be the creative director at Lucasfilm. I think the chips have been laid on the table. The fact that we got The Mandalorian Season 3 turned so many people off. I was already turned off from the get-go with The Mandalorian. I think a lot of people might have been blinded with Mandalorian Season 2 finale reveal with Luke Skywalker and the fan service there. But I thought the storytelling was pretty shoddy in the first place. Wasn't very clean. Had a lot of characterization issues. Had a lot of just plot problems. And then I just felt like it kind of meandered a lot of the times. You had the fobs and everything introduced too, with weird plot devices. being used to make sure that people could track him anywhere in the galaxy. It was just a little bit ridiculous. And it was poor. It was honestly, it was a poor television show compared to some of the stuff that is out there and has already been created. So I didn't think it was very good, and I think people finally saw it for what it was with The Mandalorian Season 3. And obviously the Book of Boba Fett was not very good either. So I don't think that Jon Favreau is the right person to be leading Lucasfilm based on his Star Wars content that he has created. So WDW Pro then detailed that Kennedy might stay on longer while they try to get their new Lucasfilm team in place. He said, so the other part to this is that if they are unable to pull in the team that they need, that they may actually default to having Kennedy a little bit longer in order to get the right team in place. But I am told that if she stays a little bit longer in order to get the right team in place, excuse me. So let's say that Favreau says, no, I don't want any part of this. You've created a hive of villainy. Let's say that they can't pull in this third party. If Kennedy stays, I am told this person is adamant, there will be no announcement period. There will be no announcement that she has been kept on, that you can count on. Nothing, no public statement out of Disney until she moves on. That's it. They don't want any extra attention to be brought to her if she stays for 3 months, 6 months extra while they get the team in place. So what is interesting about this is it does come after a scoop from Cosmic Book News' Matt McGloin. He tweeted a couple, I guess it's almost 2 weeks ago now, also asked about Kathleen Kennedy getting fired, told no one wants the job, so likely not happening. That does seem to dovetail with the fact that Favreau has been offered the job for creative director, but he has not taken it on, and that they haven't really brought in this guy from the outside yet either. Maybe they're still trying to court them, him or her, whoever it is. But yeah, I think I could pretty much gave you my opinion already on how I feel about this. Kathleen Kennedy is going to be there until she's not there. And then as far as Favreau being the creative director, I just don't think he's up to snuff. I know a lot of people like Jon Favreau, but I just don't think that that the stuff that he's created when it comes to Star Wars has been very good. I think it's been mediocre. I think it's been subpar. I think that there was lots of things where he could have gone in The Mandalorian. He chose not to do that, whether that's because it was his story direction or he was dealing with like the studio wanted it to go a certain way. Whatever it is, he was the one who decided to go the way it did. They decided to sideline Din Djarin in the 3rd season. They decided to make it a babysitting over the Baby Yoda for the first 2 seasons. I just think it was subpar, and it could have been a lot better, and it should have been a lot better. And he promised us a lot better, and he just didn't deliver. So I just don't think that he is the right person for the job. But let me know what you think. What do you make of this rumor? What do you think of Kathleen Kennedy not wanting to renew her contract, and that Jon Favreau has been offered the position of creative director at Lucasfilm? And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, please hit that like and subscribe button.